Paul? Philip said, and suddenly felt ill. Paul is hurt again? I left him back at the pike at the hospital there.
Come, he over here, Lucius said with a shrug, and made his way across the yard. It was the day Philip had always dreaded, having to identify the corpse or watch his brother ebb away from this life into the next. He followed Lucius with a dull sense of growing horror. Philip quickened his pace as Lucius led him out of the yard to a covering of naked cedars growing 20 yards from the house proper, where many of the lightly wounded were gathering. Nearby, Confederates and Federals were laid out in quiet rest. It was raining proper now, not a torrent, but an annoying patter upon the bill of a hat or an exposed head. There was only so much shelter near the house, and the rest of the wounded had been left out in the open. Those who possessed a gun blanket sought shelter underneath, and those who did not lay out in the open, shivering in the wet. The naked trees offered no cover at all. Paul was lying upon one arm thrown behind the back of his head, with the bill of his hat sheltering his face. He looked whole in the fading evening light. "Paul!" Philip called as he hurried to where his brother lay. Paul sat up slowly and let his hat fall into his lap. "Brother, you look awful." Philip looked down, caught off guard by the pronouncement. His overcoat was still blood-soaked from the day before, and now fresh blood from the wounded man he'd led down the hill. Paul's head was still bandaged, but he did not seem to be hit anywhere else. "What happened? I left you in the rear," Philip asked as he knelt down, almost overcome with relief. "Nothing from today's fight. Fell out when I got dizzy." "Young massa stop right here. No go no further," Lucius pronounced. "How'd you find him?" Philip asked Lucius. "At the real hospital. Found him this morning. Stayed with him when he went back to the regiment." "You made it through the other day," Paul said gladly. "We seen the 21st come up next to the battalion the day of the attack, but I was hit and wondered if you'd made it out. They say many was left behind the lines. I was almost caught behind them. Made my way back in the night. We was almost surrounded.